Welcome back, viewers. We are currently on our way out of Uzbekistan, the land of lovely people. We've spent a day and a bit in Samarkand, got the car fixed up. As you can hear, the exhaust is repaired. What else? We saw a load of buildings that looked like mosques but weren't mosques. Saw them practicing for a festival, ate loads of food, drank some beer from local beer halls, and now, as you saw before, we're going up some mountains to the land of the cold weather and the Pamirs highway, the highest road in the world, or something.
I thought there was only one person living in the house, a blind woman. The murdered man was not an occupant of the house, said the inspector. Oh, I see, said Mrs. Hemming, still vaguely. He came here to be murdered. How odd. Now that, said Colin thoughtfully to himself, is a damn pleasant-looking red apples on it. Next to it was a pear tree. That's it, said Ted, pointing at the space between the apple and the pear, through which the back of Miss Petmarsh's house solemnly. He took pity on the eager faces of the boys and picked up the piece of glass. I'll take this. It may just possibly tie up with something.
Surely the scissors...
Colin had picked up the coin and was examining it. It's not English, said Ted.
You hungry?
No, said Colin. It's not English.
Where are we going?
He looked across at Hardcastle.
That is fucking...
We might perhaps take this too, he suggested.
What?
Don't say a word about this to anyone, said...
That looks like it was a small
Rock slide.
Yeah, so there's the border. You see it on the map.
Hello! So, today we left Dushanbe sort of as a convoy with plans to meet in Kulob, which was just a random point on the map that we chose. It looked like a town. We arrived there, spent, what, 2 hours driving around it, looking for our teammates or any sign of Wi-Fi or life or anything that isn't just weird little stalls on the side of the street. Failed at that, so we're deciding to push on to Kalash something, which
Kalaikum.
Kalaikum, which is further along the Pamirs highway.
And out here you have the lovely scenery.
Yeah, it's beautiful, and as you can see the sun is pretty low. So we're kind of racing it. We have 2 hours and 10 minutes according to SatNav. That's assuming we're doing 50 kilometers an hour right now, which as you can see is not really possible. But all is well. We have lots of fuel, we have lots of water.
And loads of Pringles.
Loads of Pringles, so it could be worse. And hopefully we can meet up with the convoy there, or at least get a smidge of signal to get the message out. Yeah! Was that on purpose?
No, oh. Just by happened.
It's about to be
across the river! Hello. So this is where we stayed last night. Somewhere along the Pamirs. Little homestay. Right on the river, might be the Gunt, not sure. Here she is, the lady of the river. As you can see, pretty glorious place to wake up after a grueling night drive.
So now we're driving on the Tajiki and Afghani border. The lovely lush green landscape you see over there is Afghanistan, and here's a solid as ever driver. It's a slightly bumpy road. One mistake and you're in the river.
Climbing the Pamirs. Sergio is really struggling. Can't really get out of first gear, as you can see. Amazing driver, nursing Sergio up the hill. We're now up to, let's have a look, how many meters? Oh shit. I don't know, I think we're about 3,000 meters. Just another 1,000 to go. We've made it to the top of one of the mountains.
It's a very long hill.
Yeah.
And the car is not very happy, so it doesn't like first gear either.
Our exhaust is falling off again. Yeah, the high altitude is not doing it very well. It looks like we have a flat bit for a while now, so that's exciting. So, we are towards the end of the Pamir Highway, which has definitely been the hardest part of our trip so far. Sergio has really been struggling with power at 4,000 meters. We have both really been struggling with food poisoning, but it was beautiful, the bits that I saw of it, and the car has got its exhaust repaired for the third time, so this time it holds. Now we are on our way to the border with Kazakhstan, and then we'll carry
Kyrgyzstan first.
Kyrgyzstan.
Yeah.
We're going to Osh, which is a very famous old Silk Road city, and we're going down to 1,000 meters above sea level, which I'm very excited about. That's it. So we've just passed 4,600 meters, the peak of the Pamirs, and now we're heading down into Kazakhstan.
Kyrgyzstan.
Kazakhstan.
Huh?
Kazakhstan.
Is that what you said?
Yeah. And we just saw China.
Yes, it's morning. No, it's not. It's lunchtime. 2 o'clock already. We've been to the market, the car market with Sergio. spark plugs. We have changed fuel filter. We have lost the key to our fuel tank and now have it pried open by someone. And what else did we fix?
Some new light bulb.
Fix the tyre.
Oh yeah, I got the tyre puncture repaired. So we've seen of the historic ancient Silk Road of town, we've seen the massive auto market. And that's all.
Yeah.
To be honest, it looks like there is here. A lovely night in a hotel, just about getting over our bouts of food poisoning.
Yeah.
Onwards to Bishkek. Sergio is running again. We found a tiny little piece of fluff in one of the nozzles in the carburetor that was causing us so much grief. So now that's fixed.
Yeah.
Our new driver's in. She's gunning it up the mountain. We're currently about 2,500 meters on our way past Bishkek to Almaty in Kazakhstan, which is our last major kind of city before we go through to Russia, then into Mongolia. But yeah, this is very, very pretty here. It's very lush. You see lots of lakes. They've been selling fish that we think is from the lake, hopefully not from the sea that's hundreds of miles away. And that's it.
Good morning everyone, we are now back being towed by the lovely Mongol horde after we yet again don't seem to get any fuel into the engine.
Again. Every day.
So that is all for today. Right, then we're back on the road after having had the entire carburetor cleaned out, put in a new fuel filter again. And
which Becky did.
Yeah, which I did, and it turned out that it wasn't the carburetor at all, it was the distributor.
Yeah.
And
we had no spark.
Yeah, we had no flame. And then they Frankenstein fixed our distributor.
Yeah, so obviously we didn't have the part, but they managed to file down a part for a like larder or something, stick it all back together, and he lives.
And
now.
And all this at the high cost of 3 packs of cigarettes.
Yeah, and they were begrudging to take even them. Lovely people.
Yeah.
We're off to find a campsite. I'm meant to be looking out for rocks though. Here she is. Woo! Somewhere in the hills there's the perfect spot to camp. We haven't found it yet. We're slower. But it might be a bit nicer than the diggers. Left a bit. That's the tyre alarm telling us we have a puncture. It's been going off all day and I think we might have a puncture. Yeah, this looks good actually. Maybe in the dip a bit. Yeah, a little bit further. Yeah, here looks delicious. Well done, driver. So we are now in Mother Russia, having made a quick pit stop for new springs for the others. We are now, it's what, 7:45, and we've got a 4-hour drive ahead of us to get to our hotel, so that's going to be fun. But the roads are flat and good, and the roads are pretty empty, so hopefully it'll be alright and it'll be worth it for a shower and a bed, but mainly a shower. Hello. So we are in Mongolia, and we are just trying to find the road again. We think it's this way. I think it's over here. There's a road over there, so we're going to go that way, see what happens.
Master, teach me, or I would not live a liar. Oh, teach me how to wait. I'll tell you the reason why. Oh, teach me how to wait. I'll tell you the reason why. Oh, when I'm at the altar, oh, teach me what to say. I'm afraid my love might
The best song in the world. Listen to your eyes, and it's easy to see. 1 and 1 makes 2, 2 and 1 makes 3. You can brush my hair and dress me everywhere. Behind the face, the truth. Mama!
Right, it's time for us to finally return the favour, and we're now towing the Mongol horde around.
Ready?
I don't know. following my Mongol horde down this very bumpy road, making up for the 70k we did on their leash a little while ago. We still need to get our tires fixed and the alignment redone on the right side, and then we are gonna later today push through towards the Russian border again and go home.
So we are leaving Ulaanbaatar, having said a tearful goodbye to the Mongol horde who've been convoying with us since Baku. Today we got the alignment of Sergio fixed and replaced a bolt that was missing, so hopefully he's got it in him to get us to Ulan-Ude. Tonight we drive to the border and then we cross over tomorrow to the finish line, which will be amazing. So, this is the last leg of the journey from Ulaanbaatar to Ulan-Ude. Our car is screwed, we're running on 3 cylinders. If it stalls, it may not start again. We've got about a 5-hour drive through the night to get to the border with Russia at least, and then we can maybe get a tow when we get there if it's not working, but it's going to be a long night. Has finally given up the ghost, 84 kilometers from the border, but luckily we bumped into our knights in shining armour, Team Grandad, who have very kindly, in exchange for a spare wheel, which they were missing and were stuck with a puncture, are going to take us all the way to Ulan-Ude, apparently, which could be interesting. So this is exciting, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. There we are, having a nice tow. Becky's in control of the fishing line that's pulling in any slack if it comes in on the line, so we don't run over it for the 5th time. It's working. Here we are, approaching the finish line.
And who is over there?
You'll need a bit of acceleration up there.
We'll go up and break.
Yeah. And don't pull their back axle off. Hold on, Becky. Hey. Yeah!
All of a sudden, in the middle of the road, and he said, "Opa, can I say? Opa, can I say?"